Dominica is the only island left in the Caribbean that has a native Carib tribe. And it is known as the Nature Island, as we've been told multiple times
Yes.
this cruise. It is not so much known for its beaches. It is not so much known for its activities. It is not so much known for
the town or any sort of shopping or anything like that. It is known for its rainforests and its rivers and nature.
its number one industry is agriculture, and number two is tourism, as we learned today. And you can see why very, very fast. When you are in port, of course, there are two different ports. One of them, the one we were lucky enough to be at, was the cruise terminal.
Right in downtown.
Right in downtown, and the other one is pretty far
Yes,
down
it's
there.
their industrial port, and
Mhm.
it's you can tell.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by dilapidated old boats and shipping containers, and it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
And so there was another ship in port today at that other port. It was the
Princess
Enchanted Princess, I
Enchanted
think,
Princess.
is who was there today. But we didn't get a whole lot of time to explore the downtown area.
None at all.
And actually, none at all. And that's our fault because we didn't get up early enough this morning to get out and see anything before we went on our excursion today.
Yes.
We kind of slept in a little bit.
We did sleep in a little bit. I got up attempting to run, and the ship was still a little too rocky to try balancing on a treadmill. So I came back to bed. And then we went and we walked. We did our walk. And then we came back and went up to breakfast. You were not happy about that. I drug you up to breakfast before you showered.
Yes, I don't like to go anywhere. I don't like anyone to see me without me being showered. I don't like to be seen in public with bedhead.
You were already in public. We walked on the promenade deck.
No, and that's not. But that's different. You're exercising and people expect you to look not good.
Then we went up to breakfast, and I went and had an omelet made this morning. A custom, a made-to-order omelet.
Yes. I've never taken advantage. That is something that Holland America does, and they do very well.
Yes, it was
and I've never taken advantage of the omelet station.
But while I was standing in the omelet line, Hunter walks up to me to let me know he's got his food and he's going to go find a table. And the nice lady standing next to me looks and goes, "Oh, is that your son?" I was not happy. I was not amused.
You're an old man.
Clearly.
You fit in with
yes, clearly she was thinking I was closer to her age. No. It was not funny.
It's very funny.
You two aren't brothers, are you?
No. We get that a lot.
Ham and cheese. 2 scoops of...
Are we brothers or father son?
We're married.
Oh. But you do look alike.
We do. We get that all the time.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
So yes, that's everyone's assumption when they see us that we're brothers.
Yeah. Well, you are.
Yes. So that was
you actually are an old man. It's not, we need to take the at heart part off.
Clearly, well, if you ask our fellow guests on the ship, clearly that might be the case. But that was our morning. We got ready to go into port, and showered, and then we left to go on our excursion.
Yes, and that was a mistake because we didn't get to spend any time in downtown Rousseau. Is the capital of Dominica, and I think, and we didn't get to spend any time there because we went out and got on our bus to take us to our excursion. Pro tip: if you arrange your own excursion in Dominica, make sure you give yourself ample time to get back to the ship, or else you will miss it. Just because I imagine that road is like that every day.
I'm sure.
Because that was coming up. It was coming up on 5 o'clock, so it was probably coming up on their
Yes.
rush hour. And yeah, it was busy. And if we weren't on a Holland America Line sponsored excursion,
The ship would have left.
yeah, and we would have been stuck in Dominica. When we got off the bus, of course, it was past all aboard time. We ran real quick because they had some vendors there right at the port. They had little white tents set up all the way down the thing. So we ran real quick over so we could get our fridge magnet. And we did get one, but only after we were yelled at by a Holland America Line employee to stop what we were doing and get on the ship because it was ready to leave.
Yes.
We did pay for this. We actually overpaid for this. We didn't wait for the change, and we
No, tossed some money
back
at her
to the-
and ran away.
went back to the ship. And then this evening we came back
got
and got showered.
Cleaned up
And,
and ready to dinner.
Since we had missed lunch, we were starving again, and so we went down to the dining room for dinner. And I got the famous homemade rustic lasagna that
Yes.
is on the menu every single night in the main dining room.
One of my favorites. I've had it already this cruise.
And I think I may have only gotten it once before. In all of these cruises we've done with Holland, I think I've only gotten it maybe once. And so it was very good. And what did you have? What was your main?
The rack of lamb. Spice.
Yes. I got a taste of that. It was really
Yes. Spiced rack of lamb.
good. Yes. And of course, if you have lamb, you have to have mint jelly.
Mint jelly, yes.
And the mint jelly was really good with the lamb.
Yes, the mint jelly made it.
Yes. And then after that, we scurried, not really scurried, we
had some
a
time.
decent amount of time over to the world stage so we could see the premiere performance of this brand new show that just started. Today was the very first show. We saw the very first show of that because, of course, they do 2 shows every night.
Yeah.
So we saw the very first show of this brand new performance by the new production company that is on board. And,
Yes, it was their second of 3 that they're debuting
Mhm.
this cruise.
So we went to see that, and it was much better than the first one.
I didn't think so.
You didn't
I
think
liked
so?
I liked the first one.
Oh, I liked this one better, and they did feature their dancers more, and
They did make better use of their dancers. I didn't care for the rotation between all of their sets and who was on stage and who wasn't and what they did.
yeah, I don't think they planned
They
all of that.
yeah,
out
I
very
don't
well
think
in
that
these
was
shows.
particularly well choreographed. so.
Maybe they will iron it out a little better as the production goes on, but
I don't-
probably not
probably
because
not.
it's a
That's-
set.
it's a
piece. By the
set.
time it gets on the ship, it's
Yes,
rehearsed and
it's
a set.
designed. It's designed. You
set
can't,
thing.
and you've got people changing, and you've got what have you between in the back. So
But definitely this crowd preferred
Appreciate it.
tonight's music.
they did.
Because tonight's music was all of the songs that they grew up with back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And there were a few more recent numbers, but
Got this feeling in my body. Freak out. Wanna see you move your body. Freak out. Got this feeling in my body. Freak out. Oh, freak out.
it was called All That, and it was modeled after a variety show from back in the day when those were big deal. You gathered around the TV to watch the Mary Tyler Moore Show, or the Carol Burnett Show, or the Dick Van Dyke Show. All these big names
Mhm.
of people who have either passed or are getting really up there now. And the Ed Sullivan Show. It was very much in the style of the Ed Sullivan Show, and of course that music that,
Yes.
that this crowd really likes.
Sing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now. Joy to the vision in the deeper sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the vision in the deeper sea. Joy to you and me.
And then you went down to the casino,
I went
and I
down-
came back up here.
Yes.
How was your casino time tonight?
My casino time went very well. I racked up quite a few points. Should be at our threshold to get a free interior room on our next for the come back and sale offer. So that was the main point of the casino this sailing anyway.
Okay, everybody, thank you for watching this episode, and we'll see you tomorrow.